Hello everyone, Mr.mctastic here, and I know I've told you in the past I'd show you my collection. I know in the past I've told you I'll show you the bakugan, and that's today's video. Today will be my last bakugan video. I mean, unless I get more, which I don't think is gonna happen, because both of these cases are filled. Both of these cases are filled to the brim with bakugan. There's one slot, and it's for Red Skull. Currently, I don't have Red Skull, and I mean, like, I have him, but he's not in this house because I'm at a relative's house right now. Red Skull's at my actual house with my parents, and so yeah. Basically, I just have an empty slot, and I'll have that all weekend. So let's get into it. I don't think any cuts are necessary for this video, you know. Like, unless my camera dies. So, this is case 1. And as you can see, hold on. As you can see, I've collected 4 of each attribute, and their proper attribute. Some are B1, some aren't. And I'm just gonna go through them all, you know. I'm gonna talk about each one as much as I can, where I got them, how I got them, why I got them, if I can, you know. So, I'm gonna start with the B1 bakugan. There we go. Because these have a little history to them. And I know there's some people that are gonna be like, oh, Mr.mctastic, you just got them, like, I don't know, a few days ago. What do you mean history? I'll tell you in a minute. So it's just, the card I have down is a Warriors card. It doesn't really matter what cards I lay down. That's not the important part. So I'm gonna put it parallel to the camera. So, alright, hold on. What the heck? Alright, hold on. Dang. Close enough. And hold on. Don't have it. Okay. So. This Tigurera is special because, first off, it's anime accurate and it's B1. It's not open core. But basically, a few weeks ago I went around my high school and I was like, hey, does anyone have bakugan, you know? Bakugan, those ball things that turn into creatures. And someone said yes. And they gave me a Tigurera. They gave me a Saurus. They gave me a Reaper as well. They gave me a lot more bakugan, but I don't want to waste too much time. If you know if you watch this video and you're like, oh, that's me, hello. I doubt you'll see this. So yeah, that's Tigurera. That's one bakugan out of the way. Oh, by the way, this is all my collection. So this is gonna be a long video. Maybe like 2 hours. But here, yes. Okay. So if you guys saw my second video, my second Bakugan review, you would know there's a third one. I can't remember. Yeah. So I also got like a Stinglash or a Gorum. I got Gorum, Skyrus, and you may recognize these guys. Yeah, they're from Review 2. So the whole point of them is I didn't really care about getting Falconeer. I mean, it's cool that I have a B1 Pyro Bakugan because I don't have any in my other unopened case. So, Juggernaut. As a kid, I had a Deca Aquos Pearl Juggernaut. Now, I've looked for one. And no, I don't use eBay. Don't use eBay because eBay scams people. I have personally always gone with Etsy because it's not a scam. I mean, it depends on how much of a douche the sellers are. And the only issue I've actually ran into was one, and that's with the Chaos Nemesis. Currently, I bought a Beku mat. It hasn't arrived yet. But the seller was the one who gave me the Red Skull, which I'm not going to review because it's at my other house, and honestly, I just don't feel like making another video about one Bakugan, so that's the story about him. My goodness. Gorum, Stinglash, and Silverknife. So these guys all really have the same history to them. I just wanted some B1 Bakugan, and I got them. So yeah, that's all the B1s. All the B1s that I have so far. And I don't want to collect any more. I have too many now. And it's really the same for Bakugan, where I feel like I have too many Bakugan. Like, I almost take up all of my gate cards, like, out of my gate card container because of how many Bakugan there are. So, next, I'm going to go with some that I have memories with. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Hold on. I think I'm going to just do the first container, and then I'll do the second container later. So, for the ones that I have memories with, sorry about this, Aquos Neo Dragonoid. And no, this is not the one from the last review. This is the one I've had for who knows how long at this point. Like, since I was a kid, because I found the Bakugan case, like one of the cases. I don't remember which one, but basically at my old grandma's house. The camera's dying of battery. Hold on. So, at my old grandma's house, I found my cousin's case of Bakugan. By the way, my cousin is, I don't know how much, he's older than me, we'll just say that. So he collected a pretty good handful of Bakugan. But the thing is, most of them either stopped working or just got broken. I had this Dragonoid, as well as an Aquos Neo, Darkest Neo Dragonoid. Except I broke both wings, like both pairs. Shoot. I was gonna point to the pairs. So, I basically broke off this wing and this swing. And then recently, when I got that Aquas Neo Dragonoid, I've been trying as much as I can to like put them together basically. So it's like an Aquas Darkus. Which I'm fine because he didn't work. I found another Bakugan that could have replaced the spot. So next we have Diablo. Diablo was actually one of the first Bakugan I ever bought from Etsy. And the thing is, he's not that bad. You know, I mean, he's very cool. I liked him from the show. I can't really say much about Diablo, so it's kind of pointless. Because I never had a Diablo. I mean, I've always dreamed of having one, which is very fitting, very fitting. Don't fall over. Next, let me just, trying not to break them by squeezing so hard. Oh my gosh. Close enough. So this is a Ventus Limulus. This is not the same one, but I did buy a new one, and this is the new ball one. So he is actually one of the first few Bakugan as well that I bought, and he holds a special place in my heart. Everyone has that one Bakugan that made them like Bakugan. Mine was Limulus, because I only had Volume 6, which was basically all the brawlers evolving except for Dan for some reason. Like, they didn't include that. And Limulus was on there as one of Marucho's Bakugan. And I love that. You know, because my Ventus Limulus, one of his little springy arms was broken. And basically I could not spring it open because I didn't know what was wrong with him. And the thing is, I'm happy that I have a Limulus now. Because, like, especially Ventus Limulus, it holds a place in my heart, you know? It makes me remember where I found the original Limulus was, again, at my old grandma's house. But what happened was, I was just looking under dressers, I don't know why, and I found him. I found the old Limulus, and I was like, damn, that's cool. So they actually have toys, because at the time I didn't know Bakugan had toys. I thought it was just a show like Pokemon. Next up is a bit of magnet trouble. Hold on. So this is Snapzoid. He holds a place because I used to have a Aquas Snapzoid, and except he never closed, and so I was like, oh god, what am I gonna do? And then years later I found out, because originally I had no idea his name was Snapzoid. Also, does anyone wonder this? Hold on, I'm gonna give you guys a good view. He looks like a dragon, and he's a snake. Tell me who designed his monster form, because I feel like it's a bit underwhelming. Like, he has feet. I'm not gonna flip them out because my nails are very short. I don't like long nails, but basically, yeah. Yeah. But I found out his name was Snapzoid. I hadn't watched Gandalian Invaders yet, so I had no idea where he was in the show or what attribute he was. I went for Pyrus because it was the only one that I found. I watched Gandalian Invaders and I find out Snapzoid's official coloring, like the first ever appearance, is a Pyrus Snapzoid. So I find that very cool. Next up, I guess we could just go in order. So we have dual elfin. It's not the wheel spinning ones. So yeah, we have Pyrus Haze. Also, I found out what this coloring is. It's called bakugan, which I had no idea that was a thing. That was a word. And it just now hurts my head that I go through the first video and it's just, I wonder if these guys are Baku Steel. No, they're not. I mean, they're pretty cool, Bakugan. For Subterra, you've seen 3 of them so far. And here. And this is interesting because in my first video I had Warriors. Thing is, after recording that, Warriors' faceplate fell off. Like, and I'm talking about his face. Like, my Ventus one just popped right off. It would not want to go back. I super glued it. I forgot the spring. I lost the spring. Yeah. It's a lot of thing. So I'm really glad I have a second one. I'm glad I could have a second Warriors. And not only that, but look at this. So this is the Warriors character card. I know it's very blurry. The camera doesn't have the best quality. Alright, don't judge me. It doesn't have an autofocus, so that's okay. So anyway, this is a Warriors character card. And what I did before showing up here is I looked through my gate cards and I was like, I wonder something. I wonder if I can find the Bakugan that have character cards. I almost have all of them. I just need a Griffin because I got a partner's character card and it's basically for every Dragonoid in Griffin you get 50 Gs. Yippee. So next up is Chaos. And we have, yeah, a Neo Dragonoid. It's not that bad. Not that bad, you know. I mean, personally, I enjoy it a lot. Because, again, I have Aqua's Neo Dragonoid over here. So, yeah. In my last video, I believe I said something about a Chaos Serpenoid. Here he is. Here's my official review on him. So he has 450 Gs. You guys can never see anything. He's Chaos. Yeah. There's not really much to say about him because there's really not much about him. Like, yeah, he's a snake, but he's not really, I don't know, you know. I just don't know. Here's a Bakugan I enjoy. if he stands. Yes. So, in my last video, I showed off Darkest Beast Striker and Chaos Beast Striker. Chaos Beast Striker didn't work. Darkest Beast Striker sort of did. I got Darkest Beast Striker to work a bit better than he did originally. So yeah, that's good. Next, we have Cosmic Ingram. And it's very fitting because you'll see why. And about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bakugan. So next up, Darkest Stinglash B2. I don't really know what to say. Stinglash was really never my favorite Bakugan. Although I will say, now that I've rewatched it, I sort of still don't like him. I still don't like him. Alright, he's basic. He's like a scorpion. I used to think he had a man head, like an angry guy head for some reason. And it's very funny. Also, before you say anything, no, the purple is much more saturated than that. And you know what, actually, I'm gonna cut right here and see if I can fix my camera light sensor. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna fix it to make it brighter. Alright, so that seemed to have fixed it. I hope that fixed it just a bit. I'm just gonna, yeah, that fixed it a bit more. Although he is, oh gosh, you're getting a glare from, hold on. Let me just close these curtains real quick. Can you see the colors better now? No, you cannot. Oh, yeah, you can. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my camera. We're just doing that. I have no idea. It's adapting to the light. Clearly that did nothing, so I'm going to put these back to the way they were. Feel the power of the sun. Oh my god, I think I might have opened the curtains a bit too much. So here, we have the worst rolling Bakugan. And you'll find out why in a second. Alright, I'm not doing that. So this, damn, is Vanderus. You may notice he has a metal ring on him. The problem with that is I can't roll him. His metal ring is so heavy that when I roll it, it sort of goes like this. I roll him and he starts wiggling out of the way. And I found out you have to actually put it in, like you have to do this. You have to rotate him down a bit, and then the thumb goes there. Hold on. It works better when I'm not trying to do this on camera. So next up, we have sorry about that. Cordum. Aquos Cordum. I like Aquos Cordum, alright? Unlike all the other Aquos Bakugan, he actually stays together. Like, he's the only Bakugan from Season 3 that's not mid and that stays together. Sorry for the disrespect, Snapzoid. Next up, Caution. at least that should be his name. His name is Aragon. He's a Baku Sky Raider. I got him in my last review. Next up we have Garganoid, which I don't have a character card, but I have a card that has Garganoid on it for some reason. So yeah, and here's the reason why I said what I said. I don't remember what I said. Look at that. So I have an Ingram character card. Now the thing is, Limulus is Ventus, so therefore I put all Ventus on the Limulus card. And it's really good because now I can build a sort of a semi-deck out of Cosmic Ingrams. If only I had a third one. I'm not gonna buy another one. Next, Leaf Ram. Now a lot of people are gonna be confused because I didn't show a Ventus Leaf Ram. I never showed an opening of Ventus Leaf Ram. And that's because I got him before I got my camera. Right, so I couldn't record my reaction to that opening. The story about this guy is, look at the camera. There we go. So the story about him is, I looked online, and it was a Pyrus Scraper and an Aquos Clogor, right? Now, because I was trying to build Maxis Helios, which I might show someday, might not. Basically his front legs are Pyrus Darkus, and then it's Aquos Subterra, and then it's Chaos for Fencer, and then Ventus for Foxbat. Cyborg Helios himself, I chose the Chaos because since Fencer was in Chaos, it would just color match very well. And little did I know that the background are actually the opposite attributes, which I found very funny and very interesting. So, when I got the Aquos Clogor and Pyrus Scraper, I actually got a Ventus Leaf Ram and Pyrus Scraper. Now I didn't mind this because I already had Scraper or Clogor in Darkus, so I really didn't care if he wasn't in Aquos. But the thing is, like, yeah, it's just very interesting how I got one instead of the other, but I really didn't care. So that was case 1. Now don't worry, I only have 2 cases, so I'm not here for that long. I have no idea how I'm going to display these guys, because, like, I don't know anymore, you know. Here's case 2. Case 2, I just want to say something. This is the case that I had as a child, or that my cousin had. Yeah, you can tell it's very beaten up, and I gave it to these background because I thought the ones I have are a bit newer and a bit better. Let me just put this case down so I can get these guys out of the way. I'm just gonna go in the order I have them in. And so that is Subterra Diablo. What? Is this a duplicate? What? Why do you have Diablo in the other container? That's why. And for some... Oh, you can see it. So you can see this one has a bit more purple. This one has a bit more blue of a ring. Now, the actual colors are purple and then magenta-like. So it's very, very confusing and very interesting. That's sad how that's the only thing that I can tell to tell them apart. Next up, we have... Oh god, don't do that. Subterra Dual Elfin. If you guys watched my first video, I did have a Subterra Dual Elfin. And yeah. You know what I just realized? Oh, you guys can't see it. But basically, like, have you guys seen the video of Ninja where he's like squinting? And he explains that that's just him being hangover. That's sort of like the eyes that this dual elfin has. This dual elfin looks so tired. It's just so goofy. Like the other one, you can't. The Pyrus one, you can't see it as much. But it's just so goofy, and I just realized that. Next up, we have another Hades. I'm just gonna say this, if I sound mad, I'm not mad. Alright? Like, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, I could make a Hades deck. But the problem is, like, I only have 2 Hades so far, so... yeah. I could think of something, Next up, we have a good bakugan. Like, Contestor. Also, I found out why I got a battle gear in the last review. It's because he's Subterra. Like, look at this. I know you guys can barely see that, but yeah. So there's the pegs, right? It's just so good. Next up, we have Chaos. I'm trying to fit them all in my hand. So, we have Serpenoid 2.0. And this is what I enjoyed about this lot that I got. Serpenoid and Rattleoid. I was not planning on getting these guys both, like, getting down 2 and 1. You know? It's good snake and bad snake. Look at that. And you may say, how do I tell the duplicates apart? I don't know. I just do. So next up, yeah, I fixed it. So, a lot of you may look at this and be like, wow, that's so cool. You have Chaos Beast Striker working again. I fixed him because, hold on, I'll show you. Alright, you see this little lip part? That little dark spot between his head and the back? Well, I sort of sanded that down. I took him apart multiple times. It's not that difficult to take him apart, it's just difficult to put him back together because his wings obscure the screw holes. And basically, you gotta like make sure the spring attached to the head isn't too far up, because then it'll have issues. Next up, Chaos Fortress, which if you saw my last review, which you should go watch, whether that's I don't really care which order you put it in as long as you watch this video. So as you can see, his front arms are no longer that flappiness. And it's only this arm that's really doing it. Well, that's because I sort of fixed these front arms so they're not as like loose anymore. I had to tighten them crazy. And the rest is basically blah 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 nonsense, blah 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 easy. Next up, we have Oberus. Dang it. Oberus. I swear this thing opens. Over there. So, I don't really have much to say about Oberus. It's a bird, you know. It really wasn't my favorite of the legendary soldiers. Alright. Whenever I watch a video about them, everyone's like, oh, they're legendary warriors. No. They're pronounced legendary soldiers of Vestroia. Alright? Do not ever call them legendary soldiers. Oh, God dang. No. Don't call them the legendary warriors. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I woke up a few, like 10 or 20 minutes ago, so maybe half an hour ago. And so I'm still a bit tired. But do not call them the legendary warriors. Call them the legendary soldiers. Please. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. I currently am watching all of season 1 again. And yes, they do say legendary soldiers of Vestroia. Anywho, the next Bakugan special because God dang it. I told you guys that the first Bakugan that never arrived was a Chaos Nemesis. And I know some of you are gonna be like, oh well, is this that Nemesis? No. No, it is not. This Nemesis came from the Bakugan lot in my last video, which is very fitting because I have not had one. Like, I actually had a Chaos Nemesis. My gosh. And now you see why he's in the other container. Oh my gosh. So I did have a Chaos Nemesis before. But his entire tail was like snapped off like right here, I'd say. And so his arms could close, but his head would not ever go back and fold like this. And at the time, I actually didn't know his name. So just wait for it to open. Editor, put 2 hours later on this thing. And yes, cut this part out. There. So, I called him Chicken Drum Man because this part reminded me of like, I actually don't know why I called him, but I called him Drum Man because his arms looked like he was drumming, like, you know, drumming on his sides, so I thought his name was Chicken Drum Man. Or at least that's what I mini named him, until I found out his name was Nemesis, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna roll him one more time. Hold on. Just do the 2 hours later again. Alright, so next Bakugan. No, don't do this to me. I don't want to spend an hour there. So you may notice I was talking about how I could make a haze. I was missing a haze. Now I'm not. And I love that because now that means I can use a full Hades deck, which I absolutely love and enjoy. Hades wasn't really the best Bakugan. I just feel like they could have done more with Hades though. Like, you could have given him more story. And next up, Frosh. This is a background I've also had since I was a kid. I kept him nice. I removed one of his springs because if you go online and you look up how to fix a bakugan spring, there's a video of a guy talking about how he had a Prius in his pocket and then like he tried pulling it and it sort of yanked on the spring a bit and then it became more tensioned. I did that, but I messed it up so much. And so basically I just labeled him as like unable to work. Right? Unable to, I don't know. And the thing is, I like this background, you know? Frosh the frog. I enjoy him. I enjoy him. Next up is Hyper Drago, yes. So in my second video about Bakugan, I wrote down, or I said that it was a Pyro Drago. That was wrong. That was very wrong. Okay, it's a Hyper Dragonoid. And so yeah, just don't quote me on any Bakugan names unless I know them specifically. Like this one. This is Opus Omega. I got him from my first video. So, yeah, I guess it was pretty good. Next up, we have an interesting Bakugan. Ingram. I hate this thing. And you may look at me and be like, oh, Mr.mctastic, why do you hate him so much? I know you can't see his G power, but it literally says 6, the other number, 0 Gs. Which is why I'm kind of mad. Because currently everyone's trying to get rid of that brain rot, that stupid numbers. And now I have a Bakugan with the permanent G power of the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And, you know, I'm gonna get on a bit of a rant here. So, I don't hate 6-7, but the thing is, like, I hate 6-7, but I wouldn't hate it as much if it had a point to it. Alright? Like, oh, it's 6-7, oh, whatsoever, whatever. Like 6-9, 6-9. Alright? If you know, you know why that's funny. I'm not gonna say why, but if you know, you know. But it doesn't have a point to it. I'm gonna move on. Alto Brontes. I found out he doesn't have a peg. And you may look at me and be like, why is that important? A while back, I got the Trap Bakugan Dynamo from the same person who gave me the Chaos Tigrera. Now, Dynamo has a peg on. And I was like, oh, you know what, I could figure out how to, oh, the battery's gonna die. I was saying, I could figure out how to put Alto Brontes onto Dynamo. So, I'm gonna be back because my battery's being a douche. Alright, y'all. I'm back. Oh yeah, so this next Bakugan, this is Aquas Clogor, which I got from the last video. Now, I want to tell you all a story. So, as a kid, I had a Subterralifram and an Aquas Clogor. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I told you guys, but I put a hole right through the Aqua symbol, and I had no idea who he was, what he was. And it's, you can't blame me, alright? When you see something that just has a peg and has things like this, I thought this was originally the head, because at the time, I had never seen a Bakugan's feet go backwards. And so, I was like, hold on, I'm just trying to get them all out for you. So, what happened was, I thought he was supposed to stand this way. But then I was like, it doesn't make sense why there's, like, why are his feet backwards if, you know, he's got so much detail in the front of him. And so, I just feel like that's an interesting full circle. And before you say, oh, this could be the same Clogor, no, it's not. Alright, the Clogor I had was destroyed. So next up, we have, dang it. Wow, you really don't want to open it. What? Come on. There. So we have that Tigrera, which opens and stays closed. It stays closed better than this one. Yes. So I have two of them. One of them, either that one's the one from the person that gave me the Chaos Tigrera, or that one is from a lot. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it is. It's from the third review. Yeah, the third review, I believe. Wait, no, it's from the second one. It's from the second one. With the bag. But yeah, basically, as a kid, I had a Ventus Blade Tigrera. Now, I'm surprised I remember having one, because at the time I was like 3. So, and here's a little interesting story. As a kid, like 2 or 3, I somehow had some consciousness, right? I somehow knew what I was doing, and it's so weird, because it was blipping in and out. It was like, oh hey, I know it's going, and then static. So yeah, it's just very interesting. I think he's trying to pop it. So this, oh, hold on. I'm gonna redo that because that was terrible. This is Myriad Hades, which if anyone saw my first video, you would know his arms were stuck and broken. I fixed it somehow. Don't ask me how. I don't ever intend on doing it because it was probably terrible. But I'm glad I got him working. You know, I'm glad I got both his arms working. I'm just super happy that I finally have a functioning background of Myriad Hades. Next up, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's his name, right? No, listen. When I first made my video, I called him Minsquito. His name is Mosquito. It's not Minsquito, it's Mosquito. Okay? Like mosquito. So I'm sorry to any hardcore Bakugan fans who are like, oh, you messed up the name. Alright, we're at the last two Bakugan, which are Bakugan Shrap, Absalon, yeah. Oops. And then we have one I got before I got the camera again. Balaton. So this is my collection. And now you see why I said I think I have too many Bakugan. Because while it could be worse, yes, I'm not saying that it's exactly the best. Alright, I mean seriously. I feel like I've got too many of these things. I don't need this many things. So, and no, before you get happy and get out of your chair and try and click links that aren't even down below, I'm not selling these. So don't be like, oh, he said he needs less space. I'll take them. No, these are mine. Get your own. If you enjoyed this review, I don't know, just watch it a few times. Like watch it like once or twice. It really helps out the videos. If I ever get more Bakugan, I will let you guys know. Anywho, Mr.mctastic out.